The battle for the biggest names in world football is becoming increasingly intense, and now, in a move that is already sparking discussions and heating debates, the future of Rodri, the current star of Manchester City and recently crowned Ballon d'Or winner, is in the spotlight. The player, who excelled in the last season with historic performances, has caught the keen eyes of Real Madrid, but that's not all. In a surprising twist, Rodri hinted that he already has a clear idea of where he wants to be in 2025. So, what will be the destination of this midfield giant? Will he continue to write his story in the Manchester City colors, or will he don the jersey of Real Madrid? As speculation grows, Real Madrid, which dreams of having a Ballon d'Or winner in its squad, is intensifying its pursuit. Meanwhile, City is not planning to make things easy. The club's management is in contact with the players' representatives to secure a contract extension, attempting to ensure that the star continues wearing blue for the coming years. If you want to be the first to know what will happen in this saga, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Here, you'll follow all the details of the transfer market and discover firsthand the backstage of these intense negotiations. After the award ceremony, Rodri also taunted Vinicius Jr., his Brazilian rival, who finished second in the UEFA ranking. The tension between the two players adds an extra layer of rivalry between City and Real. But does this rivalry extend beyond the pitch and into the transfer market? More importantly, will Rodri succumb to the allure of the Spanish club, or is his future firmly secured with Manchester City? With a contract in place until 2027, Manchester City wants to expedite this renewal, aiming to make Rodri the highest-paid player in the team, a recognition of his vital role on the field. However, amidst all these discussions, Real Madrid sees a unique opportunity to bring him back to Spain. After all, who wouldn't want a player who holds the title of the best in the world? Now just imagine Rodri in a Real Madrid shirt. The idea is tempting, but City will not easily relinquish their pillar. In the midst of this dance, the English management is also striving to secure the continuity of other key figures, and even Pep Guardiola, who evidently still has many plans for the English club. As if the focus on Rodri wasn't enough, Manchester City is also considering a position that urgently needs reform: the right back. Kyle Walker, who has been a constant presence since 2017, is no longer delivering the same level of performance. In light of this, Guardiola has indicated his interest in Achraf Hakimi from PSG, one of the top fullbacks in the world. At just 26 years old, Hakimi is coveted by City and other European giants. Hakimi, tired of life in Paris, might be the right name to take on the role, but City is not alone in this pursuit. Liverpool and Real Madrid are also keeping tabs on the Moroccan, which promises to make the competition fierce. Meanwhile, the English team is considering alternatives, such as Pedro Porro from Tottenham, but faces resistance from the Spurs, who are unwilling to release the player to a direct rival. To grasp the depth of this plot involving not just Rodri, but the entire Manchester City project, it is essential to recognize how much the player represents within the club's structure. Rodri is not just another athlete. He has become the central axis of the team, coordinating play, setting the game's tempo, absorbing pressure, and showing up with precision when needed. His impact is so evident that Guardiola knows that losing this player would mean more than just losing a talent. It would be dismantling part of City's identity. The scenario becomes even more dramatic when we remember that Rodri has repeatedly proven his worth, including scoring decisive goals in critical matches. And amid rumors of a renewal that would make him the highest-paid player at City, the Spaniard remains tight-lipped about his intentions. However, the fact that his name is echoing in the corridors of the Santiago Bernabeu leaves any fan with a nagging worry. On the other hand, Real Madrid believes that this is the right moment for a bold move, betting on a new cycle of talents that could consolidate their supremacy in Europe. However, there's more to this story concerning Rodri's future. With his contract lasting until 2027, what prevents City from securing his stay? The answer may lie in the team's continual need to maintain a strong and, more importantly, motivated squad. Guardiola, known for his demanding style, understands that to win, every player needs to be at their best. Therefore, renewing Rodri's contract would not just be a financial matter, it's a long-term strategy for strengthening the team. But City is not solely focused on Rodri. The management already has plans to reshape the squad, and their pursuit of Hakimi, one of Europe's most sought-after fullbacks, is a clear indication of this intent. The interest in the Moroccan goes beyond his on-pitch skills. His ability to adapt to different playing styles makes him a valuable addition. However, PSG is unlikely to make it easy for the player to leave, especially knowing the interest from giants like Real Madrid and Liverpool. Should this transfer materialize, it would be one of the most contested deals in recent years. Still, Guardiola's plan appears well thought out. The manager knows he needs to balance experience and youth within the squad to keep City competitive on all fronts. This includes not only new talents, but also retaining the key figures already within the team. The pressure to retain Rodri, while simultaneously securing someone like Hakimi, illustrates the challenge the management faces, ensuring that City continues to dominate English football and becomes even more formidable in Europe. Behind all this movement, Real Madrid watches closely. For them, Rodri's arrival would be a masterstroke, an opportunity to add a Ballon d'Or winner to their squad, while simultaneously weakening one of their main rivals in the Champions League. But is the player willing to leave England, where he has already built a solid career, to embrace a new challenge in his homeland? Rodri, with his calculated statements, does not dismiss the possibility of one day donning the white shirt of Real Madrid. However, he also seems content with his role at City, where he has found an environment that values his qualities and where he is clearly one of the team's pillars. The lingering question is, to what extent could Real's interest influence his decision, and more importantly, will City's financial proposal be enough to secure his continued presence? This narrative extends beyond the simple transfer market. It involves the identity of the clubs and the power of their projects. In City's case, Pep Guardiola's continued presence is also a crucial factor. We know Pep has built a true empire in Manchester, and any change in the team's structure, such as Rodri's departure, could pose a significant challenge for the manager. The question is, does City have a plan B in case they lose their maestro? Meanwhile, while the main focus revolves around Rodri and Hakimi, City remains alert to other options in the market. Pedro Porro from Tottenham is still on the radar, although difficulties with the London club pose a barrier. This insistence on strengthening the defensive line indicates that Guardiola is not comfortable with the current options and wants to bolster the team's defensive solidity. And this raises another question. Who else could become a target for City if negotiations with Hakimi and Porro do not progress? With this need for reform, City understands they are at a decisive moment. The club has already won important titles, but they know that to maintain dominance, they need players who fit perfectly into Guardiola's philosophy. The choice of the right names in the market could define the team's success in the coming seasons, and any misstep could be fatal in an increasingly competitive European landscape. It is undeniable. Real Madrid and Manchester City represent the pinnacle of European football. Both teams are eager for new victories, and the presence of a player like Rodri could be the detail that makes all the difference. This interest from Real in Rodri and City's insistence on renewing with him highlights how crucial he is for any team aiming for the top. What we are witnessing is a titanic struggle. Rodri stands at the center of an intrigue that intertwines talent, power, and, of course, a touch of provocation. Because, yes, a potential move to Real Madrid would add an epic touch to this rivalry, turning the Spaniard into a point of tension between two of the greatest forces in world football. Will Rodri's decision be a masterstroke or a safe choice? Can Real Madrid manage to sway the confidence Rodri has built at Manchester City? For Real Madrid, acquiring Rodri is not just about signing an elite athlete. It's a matter of status, a statement of power that tells the football world, we have our eyes on the best. After seeing the Ballon d'Or trophy go to the City player, the Spanish club is not content to stand by and watch. They want action, they want reaction, and they know that the arrival of a name like Rodri would elevate the team to an even more formidable level. For Rodri, the decision carries emotional weight. His growth at City has been monumental, and the recognition as a Ballon d'Or winner crowns the hard work and dedication over the years. The club has become his home, where he found a manager who shaped his skills and a fan base that embraced him. Could he really abandon all that, or will the desire to make his mark at the Santiago Bernabeu in Spain prove stronger? Amidst all this, Manchester City plays its final cards. Ensuring Rodri's continuity is not just a contractual matter, it's a declaration of commitment to the grandeur of the project. The club is betting all its chips on showing that it can offer Rodri not only money, but the chance to be part of a legacy, a team that is redefining modern football. Moreover, renewing with the Spaniard would send a message to all other giants. City does not let go of its talents easily. And while Rodri makes his decision, Hakimi remains another key piece in Guardiola's puzzle. City needs a defense that can meet the challenges ahead, and Hakimi appears to be the ideal element to propel the team next season. However, every move is closely monitored by rivals such as Liverpool and Real Madrid, who are also planning their next steps with the same ambition. For City supporters, the expectation is for a battle of wills. Will the club manage to keep its pillar, the one who has proven indispensable match after match? And will Real Madrid execute the next great coup, enticing Rodri with the promise of something even greater? Everything is at stake. As the transfer window approaches, rumors will intensify, speculation will grow, and European football will be more dynamic than ever. And then, when the football world least expects it, Rodri will have to give his final answer. Will he remain loyal to City and Guardiola's project, or yield to the call of his homeland and shine at the Bernabeu? Now all that remains is to wait. The future of Rodri, Hakimi, and perhaps even City itself is about to be decided. Meanwhile, the fans await. Real Madrid lurks in the shadows, and City, true to its style, remains confident it will emerge victorious from this contest. So, what do you think? Will Rodri make history alongside Guardiola, or will he become the new star of Real?